What's going on, everybody? It's Joe from the Acceptable Casualties here to take a look at some of the city block ruins from Novus Design Studio. So what you guys see in front of you guys right now are two of the separate city block molds that you can get from Novus Design Studio. One is going to be called the 8-window city, which is going to be this one over here, and then this one on this side is going to be referred to as the 5-window city block ruin. So both of these that you see in front, it's literally just different facing on here, but the cool thing about these is how they kind of play together. So if you guys notice, I kind of have them angled right now, but the way that these were designed, which is pretty cool, is that you can put them flush together like this. Obviously you got to clean it up a little bit, but like that. So you can set them flush here and you can line them up going all the way down. They're 5x5 footprint on the tabletop. So you know, you put two of these together, you're covering 10 inches. You know, and then if you want to mess around a little bit, you can just keep going further and further. So you can take up a lot of space with these. And I think they're like $30 a pop. So you can build them like this. They also have the flexibility, if you just want to do a single row like we just talked about, you can also set them up. They're made to go back to each other. So if you had two roads going down over here, you can do this full city block of apartments going as far down as you want based off how many buildings that you get. So it's a lot of flexibility as far as putting these together, as well as if you just want to do, like, you know, just a single city block and maybe just have the backs blown off, that's here as well. So like I said, they're modular in a sense to where you can kind of play around with them. If you do two of the same one, like I said, I got two of each of these and they both kind of work the same way. If you just had the same ones next to each other, they all line up and they mix and match with each other, so you can kind of play with it that way. The floors on each of these, like I said, they all come out. They have the little edges on here, so the pieces sit in there. Each floor, as you guys can see, I'll lift it up, detailed like wooden plank floors, lots of rubble on there. Lots of cool details on both of these, so you have that in here as well. And then if you go down to the first floor, there's stairs in there, as well as rubble and tile on the floors, battle damage, like, you know, everything you expect from the buildings that Robert's putting out over here at Novus Design. And like I said, these sit back in here really easily. Just got to slide them in there. Your models sit on there super easy. Like, I'll throw like an infantryman in there so you guys can kind of get an idea. But yeah, like here, like if you look on the second floor, lots of headroom, lots of room to play with. Same thing on the top floor, and like that's one guy, 15 mil right there on a 15 mil MDF base, if you guys are wondering as far as size goes. So yeah, this is what you're looking at here. Clean up, like if you want to check on the walls over here, this is all brick. I don't know if you guys can really pick it up on the camera right now. I'll pull it in closer, but it's all brick finish with battle damage in there, like shell damage. It goes around to the front. You got the you know, you got the shutters on here, a bunch of bullet holes, shell holes on there. Flashing on this one is actually pretty minimal, and the most of it actually comes from inside the windows, but it's so thin and brittle, the flashing, not the model itself, just I'm talking about the flashing right now, that you can break it off with the hobby knife super easy, and it cleans up really nice. So yeah, this is what you're looking at right now for these, like I said, 5x5 footprint. These are the two. This is the 8-window. This is considered the 5-window over here. Here's another infantryman I could put out in front. So I mean, it does have a sense of scale and size, even for just a small 5x5 footprint. I mean, these things have some height to them. They feel pretty hefty on the table. And like I said, you got 3 floors of building wargaming with easy access to. Like, that's one of the things too. Without the roof section on here, it's a blown out building. It's really easy to kind of get to your models and move them around. Here's a half track to kind of give you the vehicle feel as far as you putting it out there. The front of the models too. They are flat and they are flush, so if you're doing anything as far as roadways go, it has the sidewalk feel to it. I know with some buildings that you pick up out there, for city buildings, they don't come with the sidewalk, so when you have the road, it's like flush up against it, so you do have like that sense of realistic depth from, you know, building to sidewalk to road, that's built into this, which is kind of nice. So yeah, like I said, these are, I think, like $32 each. For each type of building right here, but like I said, you get tons of detail in there, and like I said, they're great for wargaming as far as the floors coming out. They slot back in really easily. They sit flush. the little panels that are kind of built into it. And like I said, they hold a lot of detail, and they're really nice buildings. Like I said, they have a standard over there at Novus Design, and all their stuff is top notch, top detail, really easy to clean up. And I'll just mention it again. I know you guys are probably getting sick of hearing me saying it, but for those of you that might be your first time watching this video for this particular series of pieces of terrain, for when you get these, you gotta wash them down and warm the hot water, toothbrush, washcloth, whatever you're gonna end up using. You gotta get that mold release on there. It's a mild mold release, but you still need to kind of take it off, or your primer's not gonna stick when you spray it down. So just be aware of that. Wipe it down and warm the hot water. Be pretty thorough with it, and then let it sit for 24 hours. When you're done with that, then you can take the primer to it and you can kind of just start painting it. So yeah, this is the 8-window and the 5-window city block ruin set. Totally worth checking out. Like I said, it's modular, so you can get as big with these city blocks as you want to, and it's going to look awesome. Whether you want to work for like a length thing, or you're trying to go for like more depth and really do something like this as far as sending it down. Like there's so much that you can do with this set, and with the modularity and how they're put together. So yeah, take a look at it. Definitely worth the investment in my eyes. I'm really excited to kind of get these painted up and put them out on the table. So I'll catch you guys later, and thanks for watching.